Hey guys, what's going on? Dr. Frank here, founder of Addiction Mindset Recovery Coaching Programs. And in today's brief video, I want to take some time and talk about caffeine withdrawal. For those of you guys that are new to the channel, you can learn more about my story. I put links below in the description, but I was addicted to energy drinks. I was addicted to pre-workout products, coffee, diet pop. Take any caffeinated product and chances are at one point or another I had an addiction to it. But in today's video, I want to paint a timeline of caffeine withdrawal symptoms and some things that you can do that are going to help you manage those withdrawal symptoms. Here at Addiction Mindset Recovery Coaching, we help people quit nicotine, THC, energy drinks, pornography, and a whole host of other addictions. So be sure to subscribe below if you're new to the channel. I try and put out videos very frequently. So what can you expect when you first start quitting caffeine? Now, I want to be clear on something. For the person who drinks 1 cup of coffee a day compared to the person who consumes a Monster energy drink and a pre-workout every single day, your withdrawal symptoms are probably going to be a little different, and they're most likely going to vary in intensity. But remember, the person who's having 1 cup of coffee a day and the person who's having a Monster and a Bang energy drink every day both could have caffeine addiction, caffeine dependence. Both could be emotionally, physically addicted or dependent upon caffeine as a drug or as a stimulant product. So keep that in mind. Now, when you first quit caffeine, one of the most common side effects is a headache. And this happens because of the increased blood flow that occurs when you stop utilizing caffeine. This is probably the most common side effects and one of the most annoying side effects. The headache usually begins when it comes to caffeine withdrawal within the first 24 hours of quitting drinking caffeine. And the most simple solution for this, in my opinion, is massage. So working on those trigger points in the muscles, some soft tissue work, you can go get a massage. I do believe chiropractic care is a great option to manage tension headaches. But if you are at home, you can also consider utilizing, after speaking to your doctor, over-the-counter headache pain relief medication. Now, be very careful though if you're going to take over-the-counter pain relievers for that caffeine withdrawal headache, because things like Excedrin migraine and products like that often contain caffeine within them. So you don't want to use caffeine to quit caffeine, just like you don't want to use nicotine to quit nicotine, as I say in my other videos. So watch out for those. More often than not, most people will just use Aleve, which is naproxen-based, or Tylenol acetaminophen. Tylenol is going to be a pain reliever. Aleve is going to be an anti-inflammatory. But if you have stomach problems, be really cautious with the Aleve. Again, talk to your physician and see what's right for you. Another great way to manage that symptom of headache is proper hydration and proper rest throughout the day. So another common thing that people often experience when they're quitting caffeine is fatigue. It's an initial state of fatigue and tiredness. This is very common within the first 2 to 3 days, which withdrawals from caffeine typically peak, just like nicotine withdrawals do, and that first 24 to 72 hours. But the fatigue, a lot of people feel exhausted. And this is a completely normal withdrawal symptom. You should allow your body to rest. Chances are, especially if you've been abusing pre-workout products and energy drink products, you've been running your body in overdrive. You've been pushing your body in redline for far too long right now. So if it needs sleep, be sure to give your body that sleep. And realize something as well too. You've now removed a drug. You've now removed a stimulant from your lifestyle. So you may also notice a drop in motivation initially as well too. Caffeine, especially if it's in the form of pre-workout or energy drink products, especially if it's in those, releases a pretty high amount of dopamine. Not so much coffee, but the pre-workouts and the energy drinks certainly do, especially if there's other stimulants in there. You're not going to be getting those dopamine bursts or those dopamine surges that you're used to. And remember, dopamine is what motivates us. Dopamine is what gives us drive. It makes us repeat behaviors. So don't be shocked if you notice some fatigue and some lack of motivation when you first quit. These are very easy withdrawal symptoms to manage. just resting is a really good thing to do, and then going to do other things that you enjoy doing. So you can try going for a walk, you can try exercising. Then again, you're not going to be in a mood to exercise if you've stopped using pre-workout. You're going to feel kind of demotivated. But going to do that, having a conversation with someone that you enjoy speaking to is going to release dopamine. Eating some good healthy food is going to release dopamine. Just some really basic things you can do. I have other videos on increasing dopamine. The next thing you can expect to experience if you're going through caffeine withdrawal is going to be irritability, maybe some depression, and maybe some anxiety. This usually occurs within the first 3 to 7 days of caffeine withdrawal. Again, many of these symptoms are going to pass. And remember, for those of you guys watching this video who suffer from chronic anxiety or depression, caffeine might actually be playing a significant role in that. I can tell you, our patients and myself, like my anxiety almost disappeared when I stopped using pre-workout products and energy drinks. And the sad thing was, I thought that those products were fixing or curing the depression and the anxiety. I didn't realize what was actually happening was I was going through withdrawals, so then I would have an energy drink and I would feel better, and then I would feel like the anxiety was fixed. But really the only thing that got fixed was the anxiety that I was having from caffeine withdrawals, and I was also going through nicotine withdrawal and some other things. But so it wasn't actually helping the anxiety that I had going on in my life. It was just temporarily fixing the anxiety that I was getting over the caffeine withdrawals that I was experiencing every few hours, about every 6 to 10 hours throughout the course of a day. So don't be surprised if you feel those things. Talk therapy is an excellent tool to help manage that. And again, there's many other natural ways to cope with stress, anxiety, and depression. But if you really need help, don't hesitate to call our offices here at Addiction Mindset. A lot of people, when it comes to caffeine withdrawal, are also probably going to experience flu-like symptoms. So muscle pain, muscle aches, joint pain, myalgia. This is a very common side effect of caffeine withdrawal. And a lot of people experience this somewhere in those first 7 to 10 days, and they actually think they're getting sick. You're not getting sick, you're going through very physical withdrawal symptoms as that caffeine is leaving your body, as that caffeine is leaving your nervous system and your bones. Some people may also experience muscle twitches and tremors during the first few days of caffeine withdrawal. One of the most annoying side effects of caffeine withdrawal is the brain fog. Remember, you're not getting that caffeine hit, you're not getting that dopamine release, so you're going to probably experience some brain fog. Your speech might be a little slowed down, you might feel just foggy all day long. I remember feeling this early on. This does eventually go away. But again, you need to do healthy lifestyle modifications to give yourself a chance of success. So what do I mean? Light to moderate exercise. Focus on your sleep. Focus on things like screen time on social media. Are you still consuming alcohol? Are you still using nicotine? Are you still watching adult media content every night? What other things might you be doing in your life that might be contributing to this brain fog? How's your nutrition? Do you have a good, healthy, balanced nutrition protocol? Or is your nutrition consistent of sugars, starches, and really fried carbohydrate-y foods? Don't expect to quit caffeine and just feel amazing. You have to change your lifestyle to give you that natural energy, to give you that natural high. So many people, when they quit addictions, they just expect to quit and feel incredible, and that's not how it works. You actually usually feel kind of crappy when you first start quitting because of the withdrawal symptoms. So you have to put in the work to start to feel better. And that's one of my biggest gripes when it comes to caffeine addiction, energy drink addiction, pre-workout addiction. If you're taking a drug or a stimulant to push through your workout, to get the energy to force yourself to get through your day, something else is very wrong. I think you have to take a look at your lifestyle and start to ask yourself, why don't you have the energy? Is your energy being depleted by other harmful addictions because you're putting yourself through highs and lows all day long? Is your energy being depleted by a poor nutritional program, by poor sleep habits? Or do you have some underlying condition that you're just masking with caffeine addiction and energy drink addiction and pre-workout addiction? Do you have a thyroid disorder? Or do you have a thyroid disorder that's being caused by abusing some of these products? I'll make more videos on the side effects of these products another time, so be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Those are all questions you have to be asking yourself. Some other things too that can help with caffeine withdrawal. Here at Addiction Mindset, we do promote a CBD oil pain relief cream. I'll put a link to that below in the bio. That's great if you do get some of those muscle aches and pains to put that on. Ice packs can also be a huge help. Cold showers can be a huge help. So can taking a bath with putting some peppermint oil or something like that in the water to help soothe achy muscles. That can be an excellent option. Of course, proper hydration, rest, and I think talk therapy, coaching is a wonderful thing. So always don't hesitate to reach out to our offices here. Guys, if you're considering quitting caffeine, if you're thinking about quitting caffeine and you're struggling with it, I'm going to make some other videos about tips and tricks on how to quit caffeine, so be sure to look around for those on the channel. And otherwise, I want you guys to follow me into the next video where I talk a little bit more about my story on how energy drink addiction almost put me in the grave. So I'll see you guys in that next video. Thanks for tuning in.